All right, so let's meet our Counseling 605 GPT Tutor. This will be linked or pinned, I should say, at the top of your course shell. So it should be there for easy access whenever you would like to use it, but it'll also be infused throughout some of the modules. So I'll just show you how to click and access it. So you click on that link and it should bring up ChatGPT's interface. If you do not have an account already, you can create a free account. Again, if you are opposed to using generative AI for whatever reasons, just please talk to your instructor about that. So in the early modules, I'll give you some structured ways to interact with the tutor to build some skills, and then I'll let you use it however you see fit from that point forward. But this is the interface. Let me show you a couple of the ways that I'll ask you to interact with the tutor throughout this course. So if we go back to our course shell and let's just start with module 2, you will see, let's create a test with our Counseling 605 tutor. So it's listed as an assignment, but this is a more of a formative learning exercise. It's just the way that Blackboard labels it. So you'll click on it, view instructions. It says this is a learning exercise rather than a formal assignment. For this exercise, you'll be working with Counseling 605 Tutor to create a sample test that measures a construct of your choice among a population of your choice. So consider the thing that you wanted to measure earlier in this module, whatever you would have reported, and begin to brainstorm what a test that measures that construct could look like. So here are the steps. Click on that. If you've already logged in, then you'll go straight there. And then you'll just copy this prompt, interact with the chatbot until you have a workable prototype, copy your complete chat transcript, paste it into a Word document, and upload it into this assignment box. Please note your instructor will only be evaluating your completion of the exercise and not providing direct feedback. So you're learning here through the process. And then what I'd like you to do is using the conversations feature, which is this box right here, after you're done, just start a conversation that reflects on this experience a little bit. So let's go to our tutor. I've copied and pasted the prompt. So I would like to build a test that measures, let's say, happiness among graduate students. Actually, I'm going to change that from happiness to well-being among graduate students. I would like it to have a 5-point Likert scale. Can you guide me through the process step by step? Do not do the work for me, but guide me through the process of creating a new test. You are an expert psychometrician, and I am a novice. Give me one step at a time, ask me questions, and then go to the next step. And it gives you some steps. It asks me some questions. So, what specific aspects of well-being do you aim to measure? Consider domains like mental health, academic satisfaction, etc. So you can see how you will just be interacting with this. All right, so after you've completed these exercises, you can share it a couple of different ways. You can either drag and copy and paste. So I'll Control C for copy, open up a Word document, and just simply paste it into the Word document like this, save it, and then submit it here. So just insert content, or pardon me, attach the actual document that I just pasted into, and that will work fine. The other way, which is probably less secure, is you can go to share chat and you can make a public link to that chat. And then you could actually just paste the actual link to the chat right here. It's a little bit less secure, but you do have those two options. I think copying and pasting it into the Word document's probably the most secure, so that's what I would recommend. And then you just click submit and you're done there. All right, so after you've submitted this, I'm going to try a new exercise this term of enabling conversations about assignments. So after you submit it, I do ask you to use the conversations feature in the upper right-hand corner, start a conversation that reflects on this experience, focusing on the process and what you've learned. So I'm going to click on that conversations tab, and you might, I found this process pretty useless. I didn't need the AI. I could have done this on my own, and it would have been better. Respond, and then you can reply, or you can type a new response. I actually loved it. And I can reply, agreed. So we'll have this kind of ongoing discussion about that assignment. This is another way, again, just for you to stay connected to the process. And I think you'll see from the way grades are created is that there's so much weight given to your engagement and participation that the products are worthwhile and the products will come. And I hope that those products will have benefit for you outside of this class. Otherwise, why are we doing them? But most of your evaluation related to your performance in this course is about how engaged you were in the process. So this is another way to demonstrate that engagement. Again, I don't know how this feature works at scale. So we're going to give it a try. And this is something that if it seems useless, then I might punt on it. But you can certainly leave me feedback in the real-time teaching evaluations. If you're not in the actual module anymore and you click on it, then you find those same discussion conversations right here, and it brings it up again. So we'll see how it goes. So you'll see a very similar process in a few other modules. So just want to go ahead and show you a couple of those. So in module 3, you'll see I've included this as a more summative interaction where at the end of the module, you have a chance to interact with the tutor to consolidate what you've learned from the term or what you've learned or something that you're struggling to learn. So same instructions throughout. Go to the chat GPT or go to the Counseling 605 tutor. Here's the sample prompt. Interact with the chatbot until your confidence increases. Be direct and specific in what you need. And start to play around with your prompting strategies. And then copy your complete transcript, paste into a Word, and upload it here, or share the actual link to ChatGPT, whichever you are more comfortable with. So let's just play this one out and see what happens. So I'm struggling to learn about X. You're an expert psychometrician. Let's explore X together. So I have to tell them what X is. What do I currently know about X? Let's just say it's reliability and validity. I can't keep them straight. You think, so again, it tells you a definition and then it gives you a question. The goal here is to help you consolidate your learning a little bit more. And then finally, so I give you a lot of directions in the early modules, and then by the time you get to module 5, I kick the guardrails off and say, use Counseling 605 Tutor on your own as you see fit. So now that you've learned about Counseling 605 Tutor, your instructor will not ask for specific use. Feel free to continue to use it as you deem appropriate within the policies of the syllabus and ethical use guidelines. Here's a couple handouts related to um, prompting basics as well as evaluating the output from generative AI. So feel free to use Counseling 605 Tutor however you would like throughout the term, as long as it's within those guidelines. And remembering that all work submitted needs to be original. If you use generative AI, you need to show both the output and the chat history, as well as your final document that you're turning in, making sure that it is, in fact, your own work.